You are watching Sipping Off the Cuff on TequilaAficionado.com, part of Tequila Aficionado Media. I'm Alex Perez in Southern California.
I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio, Texas, and we have been falling all over ourselves with
Los Osuna!
Los Osuna, obviously
Awesome
named
stuff.
after the surname of the first three generations of this brand of Agave spirit. Don't be confused. This is not a tequila. This is technically a mezcal. If NOM 199 passes, this is what we would have to call a comil. All right? There's already two strikes against these guys to begin with. And they've been making this spirit since 1876.
Long time.
Alex and I fell all over ourselves with the Blanco. We said it was a very beefy Blanco. The Reposado was stellar. By the way, these are award winners at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition in 2009. I think was the last time they were entered, with a previous importer who shall remain nameless. This is probably the only right thing they did, was to put them in San Francisco and have them duke it out with some of those big name tequilas. And they won medals. The Blanco won a bronze. This Anejo that we're looking at right now won a silver. The Reposado we touched on previously it was a double gold medal.
Oh, yeah.
Winner. And the only reason I think that it scored the way it did is because none of the judges had ever had anything like this in their entire lives. I would venture to say, Alice, even you and I, we've had some pretty rustic spirits, throughout our years at Sipping Off the Cuff. But this one comes out of Sinaloa, completely, like you said earlier, off the charts.
Yeah, this is coming out of Mazatlan. Okay, have you been to Mazatlan? I've been to Mazatlan. Love Mazatlan.
Yeah, to the beach. I've been on a cruise to Mazatlan. Have I been into the interior? No.
I was stung when I was a kid by a jellyfish in Mazatlan. Believe it or not.
Really?
Never forget that.
Yeah. Well, did you
Get the big waves and the sinkholes on the beach too, man.
Did you have to pee on your foot?
You know what? If I would have known that would have saved me a lot of pain. If I would have known about that Friends episode where you pee on yourself, I would have been good.
Oh man,
Good.
I had done some snorkeling in Cozumel, and they have the little silver dollar, the real tiny baby jellyfish.
Yeah.
They tell you that if you just move your hands away, they get out of your way. You just kind of, they go with the flow. But I've seen ugly, nasty jellyfish, and I hear it's very, very painful.
Well, I'll never forget Mazatlan when it rains. Okay, right after the rain, you have all these blue little floaty jellyfish just come up onto the shore, and if you don't know about that, you can easily step on them. But I was stung by one in the water, and it was just, I got stung like below the knee, and the pain just came all the way up to my stomach, and it was just horrible, and I was going to die. But interesting, huh? All they had to do was pee on it or put some lemon juice on it, and that would have been good.
Alex, I love you enough. I would have peed on you.
I probably would have let you.
Yeah, at that point, you'd have just, here, who's had beer lately? Come here. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't even fathom. And I grew up in Southern California, so I've seen stuff like people stung by stingrays, for instance, especially when I lived in San Diego, or even Baja for that matter. I saw somebody fish out a stingray in Baja, in Ensenada. He's fishing at the beach and he's pulling in this stingray, and it's biting the tail of another stingray. So he like two stingrays. He's like, dude, I don't even want to go near that. Forget it. Anyway, getting back to Los Osuna, we fell all over ourselves with the stellar flavor profiles, and it's really very different. The Blanco was very beefy. The Reposado was tamed. It was a tamed animal, and I can't wait to taste this añejo. They are calling it an añejo. At one point, the Reposado was called a Maduro, but I think they stopped with that particular nomenclature.
Stop it.
Yeah, I know that a couple of master distillers in tequila tried to use the wording Maduro, and they wouldn't. The CRT would not let them use that nomenclature. So, oh well.
I got one of those.
No, you just haven't opened it yet. You got to catch some air. There you go.
Woo!
Now Alex is using a Glencairn whiskey glass. I'm using the Glencairn Canadian blending whiskey glass.
Look at the color on that.
Look at the beautiful. That's just gorgeous color. Can you see that? Look at that. Look at that beautiful color.
Ooh.
Let me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me just read what the POS says. Okay. Aged 18 to 22 months.
Wow.
Wow. What is it aged in? Does it even say what it's aged in? I guess it's still the same whiskey. They're aged in white oak whiskey barrels.
Whiskey barrels, yeah.
I
mean, what else are they aged in?
That's it. What else do you need if you're using agave that's estate grown in Sinaloa? Wow. Oh my God, Alex. Oh my God.
We needed a good añejo tonight.
Yeah, we did.
Because
first of all, we've had some terrible internet. We've had some terrible internet problems, which you may or may not be aware of, and then we had this añejo from our previous bunch that just fell flat on its face. Did not survive the gauntlet. Oh God, Alex, there's.
I'm amazed by that color.
Yeah,
that
look at the
color. It's just amazing.
It's beautiful.
It's almost like a rum.
Yeah, it looks like a rum, exactly.
Yeah. Amazing.
And it has a really hearty nose. Okay, so you're gonna get like tobacco, you're gonna get wood notes, you're gonna get the agave. This is a big beefy blue agave that they're using, okay? And because the terroir is different, it's going to smell different, it's going to taste different. It's unlike anything you've had before.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point, Mike. It's the terroir in that area. Again, this is not made in one of the 5 states that's mandated by the Consejo Regulador de Tequila, the CRT, to be designated and called tequila. So this cannot be called tequila legally.
No, technically, it's a mezcal. If NOM 199 passes, and hopefully you signed the petition against it, but if it passes, this particular spirit is what would have to be called Comil. They've been making it since 1876. You think they're going to change the name of it now? They already got 1 strike against them, 2 strikes against them.
Wow, Mike, this is incredible stuff.
Look at the legs on this thing, Alex. Can you folks see the legs and tiers? That's what I love about these Glencairns. They just allow you to love and admire the spirit that you're, whether it's a rum or a whiskey. I'm treating this like a fine whiskey, like a fine scotch.
Mike, the vanilla, beautiful vanilla notes, dried fruit, like dried raisins.
I can smell the tobacco in it.
I get hints of tobacco, most definitely. Wow. And again, this is from Mazatlan. Wow, do I have good memories of Mazatlan?
Well, beside the jellyfish, yeah.
Besides the jellyfish.
Oh, Mazatlan it's a classic vacation spot for decades, Alex. It's one of the first original, vacation spots besides Acapulco. It was Acapulco, then Mazatlan.
You know what's cool, Mike? I don't know if I ever told you, but we used to drive down and spend about a month in Mexico when I was a kid.
You dog.
And
Really?
yeah,
The furthest I ever got was Ensenada.
we would spend a month in Mexico, Mike. And that's how I got to know Mexico. We would literally drive down in a big giant camper. I mean, you can't do that today with California plates. Forget
No, no,
that.
no.
You'd be, I'd be put up for ransom. So,
And who would pay, right?
yeah. I mean, hey, I'd be a goner. Anyway, so I've made it to. We went through literally Guaymas. Have you heard of Guaymas?
Mm-hmm.
San Carlos, right before Mazatlan, all the way to Puerto Vallarta in a big giant camper, man. Those were the days. So I've bathed in the beaches of San Carlos and Mazatlan, and it's just
Wow.
exquisite. And yes, I did get stung by a jellyfish, but those were the days, and I got to thank my parents for that. But what an awesome, tribute to Mazatlan right here.
This is who knew, Alex? Who knew that something like this was still available? This is such an unusual product. It is
This
very
is a find. This is a find, Mike.
I have been chasing these guys for at least 3 years for sipping.
This is a find.
I am so happy that the new importers, WRS Imports, out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, ladies and gentlemen.
Princetown.
Yeah, Princetown, R.I.P. That they are bringing it back, and it is such a beautiful spirit. It is. If you're a traditionalist, if you like authentic tequila, if you want to know what it used to be like in the 19th century, this is your baby right here.
Wow.
And do yourself a favor. By the way, I know that you don't, but I do. This would be a wonderful cigar tequila. A great accompaniment for after dinner. I wouldn't, with all three expressions, I probably would not mix them in cocktails, although I know that they have a cocktail recipes here and there for Los Osuna. But why waste it? This is, oh, by the way, if I haven't mentioned it, this has the blessing of Ingeniero Leopoldo Solis.
Oh, yeah.
Ingeniero Gabriel Espíndola, who are the originators of the Mozart method that I have been researching for years. Yes, when they ferment this product, they play classical music. And they play Vivaldi. I heard that from Wynn Stevens, the proprietor of the importers. I hope to have them maybe on open bar soon with us. It'd be great to have them tell us their story, how they came across this product. What is it about Minneapolis that they're into agave spirits that are not tequila and not mezcal? What is it about them?
No, there's some connection up there.
I always knew that they were a hotbed for tequila, but they're a hotbed for anything other than tequila and mezcal. They're into that hearty.
They've got the pulse on something out there.
Yeah, they get the idea of craft, and I think that Minnesota is a control state, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew? This is beautiful. Again,
Incredible
Alex,
stuff.
Brand of Promise.
Hands down.
Brand of Promise nominee for the Anejo. And also we nominated them for packaging as well. I am so glad that the family...
Find it.
Yes. I'm so glad that the family finally has some reputable importers that are not going to... that are going to do right by them. Go find... This is an award winner, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a slouch. We weren't the first ones to say that these deserve a medal, okay? San Francisco beat us to it in 2009. But this is 2016, and it's still a winner. Oh, man. Oh, that nose. And these Glencairns are just...
Oh yeah, what this would be perfect. I know we talked about cocktails.
You want the old fashioned, don't you?
Just you know what? Just this over a sphere, an ice
Oh yeah.
that just takes a long time to melt. Perfect.
Like a great scotch.
Yeah.
Like a great scotch. This is a beautiful spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't say enough about this. Go find it. Mira. It's not a tequila.
Mira.
Technically, it's a mezcal. Mira. Aquí. Los
Los
Osuna.
Osuna.
Los
Mira.
Osuna.
Mira.
You must find it.
Mira.
That is an order. Los Osuna. Don't you live on Osuna? No, you live on Los Lunas.
Las Lunas.
Oh no, we have just
My secret
geotagged Alex.
location away.
We have just geotagged you at the Area 51.
What a find! This is a find, ladies and gentlemen.
There are extra añejos that are so close to this, and for probably a fraction of the cost.
The craftsmanship and it's just amazing.
If you didn't hear us before,
Amazing.
hear me now. Complain later. These piñas are 100% blue agave, and these piñas are processed in 138-year-old brick ovens. Brick house. Wow, can't say enough. Congratulations to
Guys, this is the type of stuff that you guys need to hunt down.
We're
Really
telling you.
good quality.
We're telling you, go find it. You will thank us later. Send us the thank you notes like Jimmy Fallon. Thank you, Tequila Aficionado.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
for telling me about Los Osuna.
Well, I'm Alex Perez in Southern California.
I am Mike Morales here in San Antonio, Texas. We have been
Thank you.
loving on Los Osuna. Go get it. It is not a
I
tequila.
want more.
It is technically a mezcal, but it is a blue agave spirit. You will love it. Congratulations to these guys. We will catch you guys later. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes, let us know what you think. Keep watching us. Let us know your feelings on Los Osuna or Los Osuna. Thanks for watching, and as always,